You know why men stay single? You know the real reason why men stay single? Because these women out here want to sit here and find a man that's doing things on his own, that's not worried about anybody else but himself, and play with his feelings. They want to come up to him and lead him on and tell him that, oh, I love you, oh, that you're the only one for me, and then they just cut back. They just leave you wondering like, damn, why the fuck didn't they just leave me alone? Why did they have to talk to me? Why did they have to mess with me? Why couldn't they just have left me alone? That's the problem with some of these females. They find a good man that's doing things on his own, and they come and distract him. They come into his life and play with his emotions and tell him that I'm going to be here forever, and then they just fucking walk out and leave. That's what the fuck is wrong with these women. That's what the fuck is wrong.
Why do so many intelligent men stay single? Here's the problem. A lot of intelligent men actually have interesting personalities, interesting lifestyles. They have a lot to offer to a woman. They have great jobs, they have great businesses. But due to their intelligence, they often think too much and act too little. If you overthink a lot, because you're good at thinking, because you're good at analyzing, then generally speaking, you don't tend to take as much action. You don't tend to execute as much. That means when you see a woman you're actually interested in, you're not going to go and approach her. Instead, you're going to think about it. That's why a lot of men get to their limits in social interactions, especially with women, because they tend to overthink as much and they don't take any action. Intelligence doesn't automatically lead to execution. And if you never walk up to a woman, and if you never dare to step outside of your comfort zone, then you're just not going to be able to think yourself into new experiences. And that's exactly why so many intelligent men stay single, stay alone, stay stuck, because they're not able to channel what's in their head into action and execution.
This is a response that I frequently receive from women I meet and women who see talk a lot on social. They could accomplish a lot in a day. And if someone is late or takes more time from their life, they really need them too. Most of the time, women will try to take advantage of your time, especially if they can make you feel something. Assuming you're dating them, they feel like they're qualified for a specific time. They feel like on the off chance that you have available energy, that ought to be time that you ought to devote them. They believe that they are entitled to certain details about your life, and that text messages should be responded to within a certain amount of time. They are not entitled to that privilege. You don't play a significant role in my life. You don't need a response right away. As a man, I have certain objectives that I want to achieve, and I am aware that women frequently will sabotage your objectives for their own gratification. Despite the fact that you are not reaching your goals and are not where you want to be in your life, they feel like they are getting what they need because you are spending time with them and being an emotional tampon for them. That is irrelevant to them. They are only interested in the present. Men have vision, and they can see into the future and see that what I'm doing now will have an impact in the future. Women lack that capability. They'd only think about what happens now, and for years later, they face the consequences in complete shock, not realizing they made a mistake. When you take the red pill and learn these things about women, you realize that women don't even know they're doing it. They become a significant source of distraction when they enter your life. They don't mind if you make plans with them on a Thursday and change your entire schedule to meet those plans. They might get another chat on whom they want to do monkey double backflips if they don't feel a little bloated. They believe that you ought to be prepared to accompany them at any time. I don't have time for certain games or the disrespectful behavior that typically comes with women. I'm referring to all women as well. Men are irritated by these things because they are done by everyone. My life is filled with so many positive and great things. A woman taking up any of this time is the last thing I need. Love has requirements and expectations, and in order for me to receive her love, those requirements must be met. They will be severely disappointed if they realize that they will never be my top priority and come with those expectations. My objective is to avoid wasting time. I'm trying to make someone realize that these are the things that women naturally want: your time, effort, and feelings. I'm not accessible in any of those circumstances. The MGTOW community is full of successful men, and I always talk to them. However, this is not how they want to portray MGTOW or free agents. They want you to appear overweight, out of shape, and bald, among other things. I want you to understand that these men face a lot of challenges in their lives. They gave women their time and love, but they didn't get much in return. They may have had a few good nights of peace or love, but that was probably about it. They invested time, energy, and effort in everything else, only to see some woman monkey branch and go off and do whatever they wanted because they are entitled to do so, and they operate on their feelings. As a result, everything else came with an incredible amount of frustration. Men don't work with emotions. They work with facts and logic. Things will start subtracting if they don't add up. Men are beginning to realize that they are the winners. Men should be the ones being pursued because we provide the real value in all relationships, not some emotional stuff. We ought to be the focus of attention. Women in this area believe that the only reason they add value to a relationship is because they are 29 years old and can apply clown paint and makeup to their faces. Men have no regard for them. Men would not waste their time bringing them in and attempting to pacify them or trying to make her happy every day. Men no longer have those as their goals. They no longer rank high. I have far more important responsibilities in this world. I will not give up my single status if the woman is unwilling to support me in achieving those objectives. In terms of my lifestyle, I'm not willing to give up my fridge, and I'm not willing to give up the trips for which I pay $1,000 and then pay twice as much just to bring her along. I have earned this sum of money. I own these moments, which is the real reason I remain single. I'm still free because of it. It is essential that you comprehend that the dangers I take are far too great to risk for the sake of woman's feelings. We do this for this reason, and you ought to be aware of it. My video for the day is that. We will return soon. Peace.